Amazing gloves that fit well, work well, and are designed specifically for working on cars. These are the Tein Mechanics gloves. What's up guys, Rick with Raleigh Sport Direct here. In front of me I have the amazing Tein Mechanics gloves. Now these little guys, I actually buy these about once a year for myself and then for here at work, just because these have to be some of my favorite gloves on the market. And I've tried a bunch of them, but for some reason I always seem to come back to these, especially for the price point. Now, these particular gloves, they do run a little bit small, and that's something to take into consideration. But if you're like me and you have a hard time finding gloves that actually fit and fit well, you might want to look into these. So they're very high quality, really thick leather padding here on the, what would you call that? The sole of your hand. And then they still allow for a lot of dexterity. So this is good, in my opinion, for working on cars. Now there are other gloves out there that I know people work on cars in, but you don't have quite the finesse that you get with these. And I love like they're a little bit thinner here on the fingertips, and that's usually of course what wears out first, but they're still very durable. But it's like a nice thin, I don't know what kind of fabric it is, but it's very heat resistant, but thin enough to where you can still feel bolts. Now if you're doing incredibly fine work on your car, you'll want to just pop these off, right? Or maybe use just a rubber glove. But for something that, you know, easily lasts a year of hard abuse, and actually I've had some pairs much longer than that, these are just phenomenal all around. I'm just going to give you guys a nice 360 view of this. And the other thing I like about it is the fact that it says Tein. Call me a fanboy, you can, because I am, but they're just, it's a really cool, nice piece of equipment with a cool manufacturer's name on it. And I really like that. You know, I think it's cool to support the manufacturers you love. Tein makes obviously amazing suspension, but I've just been a really big fan of their gloves since day one. And this pair being brand new, it does take a little bit for them to break in, but as you can say, or see, it fits like a glove. Okay, but seriously though, these are just phenomenal. Nice Velcro straps, nothing sharp or anything like that. So if you are working on, you know, more, I guess, delicate equipment or you know, scratch sensitive equipment, it's not going to scratch anything. They're just real soft but really durable, and that's my the thing I like the most about them is just the fact that, you know, they are really designed around automotive use. And so the fact that you can feel things through the fingertips, the fact that they're durable where they need to be, especially that knuckle protector there, that has been a lifesaver. For most people, they're like, oh, they put their logo there, that's kind of weird. But if you slam your hand, which you know you're going to, because if you haven't done that, you're not a true mechanic. But if you've slammed your hand against something hard, you will be thankful that that logo is right there to protect your knuckles, because it does, it really, you know, Tein has actually thought this out and has designed a proper glove. You know, especially even like the padding here, which might seem kind of weird, but if you're really cranking on a wrench, it can actually hurt your hand quite a bit. And I've had that before where, you know, for days or weeks after my hand is hurt. And then the fact that they just fit so well. Like I said, they do run a tiny bit small, so if you're, you know, a medium in a normal glove, this will fit you, but it's going to be a little bit snug, but it will take some time to break in. But I would much rather have a snug fitting glove that breaks in than have something that's too loose where you get those weird, you know, those little bit of extra on your fingertips, and it just kind of ruins the feeling of your fingers and makes for really awkward working on cars. I'd just rather go bare hand. But these are amazing gloves. Definitely check them out. It's all the time we've got for you. Thanks for checking out what's in the box. We'll see you next time.